So lately I've been finding myself in a relatively productive, well, I say relatively productive. I've been pretty consistently productive, but I've been wondering more about the ethos, or I suppose the ramifications of doing something at a specific time just to do it versus doing it when it feels natural versus doing it when it feels like it's correct, I guess. So usually I would be recording something yesterday as opposed to today for this weekly upcheck. Um, Yesterday I was thinking that the quality would be too low for it to be reasonable. Uh, I was then arguing with myself whether I should either do it today or yesterday or both, and knowing myself would have been quite likely to uh, not actually carry through with it if I did it yesterday, and I would think that the quality was too low and end up having what I would have deemed an inferior product. Now, the thing is, there isn't really a set quality, and what I am producing is largely just for myself. So, where do I get this notion that it can be better or worse than anything else that I am doing? It's a really weird thing, isn't it? I've also been thankful and helped by a friend who has been letting me notice biases in my actions that stem from seemingly nowhere, or perhaps from the adjustment itself that I'm making to, well, consciously be more in the moment, where usually I would be trying to look into the future, try and be more, etc. But now, or more recently, I'm trying more to be accepting of who I am, because a lot of the time I realized I was trying to plan for eventualities that might never happen, and probably won't ever happen, because I wanted to feel a sense of control over a situation in which I felt I had none. But now I'm realizing I have quite a bit of control, leeway, and ability of my own, and it has largely come from periods of introspection and self-examining, and but also being able to experiment in areas of my mind and my psyche and reality, I suppose you could call it, that I had felt uncomfortable doing in the past because I was afraid of it. So now I am able to more or less examine where I am. And I used to also tend to try and say, okay, one problem is solved, therefore all my problems are solved, because I can only see the one at a time. And now I'm trying to say there is no answer, because there are infinite problems and they are constantly arising. So normally I would say try and prepare for every eventuality, but instead I think being able to properly deal with the eventualities rather than trying to prep for them is much more useful.